Hello, and welcome to another episode of Jess Snack Enacts, in which I enact snacks by making them. Last time on Jess Snack Enact, we made creamed corn in a canteen, or cornteen. Perfect snack for when the apocalypse comes and you need a lot of calories, like to be able to carry with you through the wastelands of the earth, and it all fits into a canteen, so it just fits in your pocket. This time we are going to make hot cocoa. We're probably not going to get a Christmas this year, which is sad. At the same time, you can have Christmas all year long with hot cocoa. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hot cocoa is as simple as opening up the pouch and pouring it in the water, right? The hot water and the pouch. Let me tell you something. Hot cocoa from a pouch is fucking gross. First of all, if you have any level of milk allergy or lactose intolerance, you are gonna get diarrhea because it's got solid milk powder stuff in it. There's a kitty coming to join us. Oh, hi, kitty. Okay, that's not helpful. Thank you. The other thing about the hot cocoa in the pouch is that it's just not good. So if you find yourself like that's all you have, you don't have any cocoa powder, you don't have any of the other ingredients we're going to talk about, then fine. Make the hot cocoa from a pouch. One way to make it not quite so gross is to mix it with hot milk of some kind. It can be any kind of milk, whether it's vegan or dairy, like from a cow's udders, their teats, if you will. So anyway, today though, we are not going to be talking about pouch cocoa because that's just fucking gross. We are going to be talking about making homemade hot cocoa by the cup, which is so fast and easy. It is like, it takes literally 1 minute and 30 seconds plus some stirring time. So like 2.5 minutes, and it's so much better. So you're going to need a few things. You get 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar. You mix those together into a mug. Stir, stir, stir. They are dry. You mix them together. You take 1 cup of milk of your choosing, whether you like having diarrhea or not, or you like Michael Phelps or not. You're going to heat that up till it's hot. My microwave, 1.5 minutes. Do it to whatever your microwave does. Then, once it's hot, pour 1/4 of a cup or so into here so that you make like a batter out of your cocoa powder mix, okay, that you've just created with the sugar and the cocoa powder. That's going to prevent you from getting the lumps later. Then you pour the rest. You got you a hot cocoa going. You're welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. This is going to be so fast and so easy. First things first, measuring cup. You are going to be wanting to take your milk. Again, I use soy milk. I prefer the flavor. I prefer the not diarrhea afterwards because of the lactose intolerance. We're going to measure out 1 cup of this. Now what you're going to do, you know, everyone's microwave is different. You know your microwave best. You are going to pop this into your microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Enough time to make it hot, okay? Whatever that is for your microwave. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our mug. I like this mug because it's got a rounded bottom, which makes it easier to do some stirring in just a minute. Now what you're going to do, this is super simple. You're going to take 2 tablespoons of sugar. I use this stuff because I don't keep a lot of sugar in the house, so I get the fancy stuff anyway. I will say that 2 tablespoons of this is probably just about right, but if you use the white stuff, you're going to want to use possibly a little bit less because it has, you know, more or less surface area, so it packs better. There's a lot of, like, you know, physics in that, so keep in mind that this is educational. All right, we got our 2 tablespoons of sugar. One other thing that you can do is you can put 1 tablespoon of this, okay, and then with our milk, you can use 1 shot of this. And you're going to get about the same amount of sweetness, and you're going to get drunk. And it's delightful. So anyway, this is an option. Tablespoon of sugar, and when you pour in your milk, a shot of Bailey's, okay? Don't have to do it that way. You can just do sugar. You don't have to get all fucked up. Okay, so I've got my sugar. Show this to my camera up there. Then, here's what I like to do. So, 2 different kinds of cocoa. I like 1 tablespoon of the special dark and 1, our milk is ready. 1 tablespoon of the special dark and 1 tablespoon of the regular, and I find that it makes it perfect. It's like a dark chocolate hot cocoa, but it's not so dark that it's like, you know, that the universal sign for too dark. Okay, so we are going to put, and if you aren't talking the whole time, right, then this goes a lot faster, and you would be done by the time your microwave goes. So that's our dark. Here's our light. Ooh, I'm almost out of the regular one. I've got more in the cabinet because of course I do. Okay. Then you're going to want to get a spoon because we're going to be doing some mixing. And what you're going to want to do is before you pour anything in, you're going to mix up this powder just so it's nice and homogenized. All right, not a lot of light on that, but that's fine. This is all you need, unless you got Bailey's. Then you need Bailey's. I gotta pick my kid up from daycare later. Not gonna put Bailey's in this right now. All right, here's the next trick to this. If I just poured all of this milk in at once, I would get a bunch of those like floaty powder balls, you know, like where you've just got this sort of like, it's literally just a ball of the mix, essentially, floating on the top, and it's really hard to incorporate it in. So what we do is we just pour in like 1/3 of a cup to start. That was a 1/4 cup, not too shabby. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just stir that until it makes something like a batter, not a paste. A paste is going to be too thick. You want it like a batter, like a pancake batter or something. So this is going to make it way easier to incorporate all those like little lumps you might get. Just going to keep doing this for just a minute. So excited about this. Okay. And now that we have a batter, I wonder if I can show you here. So look at how this consistency is. Okay, and I usually look in there and make sure that I'm scraping against the side. Yeah. Okay, now we just pour in the rest. That's all you need. Cocoa powder. You can use all of this kind if you want. You don't have to also have the dark. Cocoa powder, sugar, milk. That's all you need. Now I have some delicious hot cocoa. Now, here's some things that you can add that I like to add because I happen to have it around. Something you can add. Our old friend vanilla extract. I like to add, this is not necessary, I like to add 1 capful. Okay? Makes it, gives it that little extra edge. The other thing that I like to add is just a pinch of salt. Now, the pinch of salt is like on the recipe on the back of this thing. Favorite hot cocoa. Yeah, so their hot cocoa recipe does involve salt and vanilla extract. It also involves 4 cups of milk because you're making a huge amount of it. So this makes it way easier because you're just doing 1 cup. You don't need to make a whole lot. Salt, just a pinch of salt. Guess what I like to use recently? Smoked salt. Wood fire smoked salt. There. All right. Now this is going to be good. Hot cocoa. You ready? Do I talk too much? Let's find out about this. That was a good face. Oh, that's good. There's a kitty in the chair behind me. I'm not going to make you watch me drink this whole thing, but super simple. Here's something else. I don't feel like hot cocoa has to be a wintertime or fall time treat. Like, I think it can be all the time. Even if it's hot as balls outside, my house is like 68 degrees because I am a pretty princess, apparently, who cannot handle humidity at all. Where do you think these curls would go, right? So, like, just drink it during the summer too, and it's so easy, and you don't have to keep a whole lot of ingredients around for it. And if you run out of your cabinet chocolate because you ate all that, You just make you some hot cocoa, and it's so good. You can also probably cool it down and then drink it. I mean, I've never done that because that sounds horrible, but it might be good. I don't know. I'm not going to try it. Fuck yeah. Pretty. Oh, I love it. I'm going to start over. Fuck. I'm going to start over. Oh, Julie's laughing right now. I bet she's laughing right now. Okay.